music school. Obviously, you bring students in all day long during the normal pre-apocalypse environment. And so what is happening now?
Today is Thursday, the 19th this week. Starting on Monday, we started offering online only private lessons. We had some group classes, which we've suspended while we work out the logistics of doing group lessons online, which I think we have now. So we're going to be doing our group lessons online starting the week of March 30th. The decision to do all online lessons we made very suddenly. We had gone into this, we started the weekend thinking we'd maybe be offering a combination of online and in-person lessons during the current week. But through the weekend, as the news just kept getting worse and worse, on Sunday night, I just decided, we're going to have to pull the plug and just move to all online lessons for the time being while we get everything sorted out, or until we get, the all clear. I wrote to all of my customers. We have about 220 people a week doing private lessons here. So I wrote to everybody Sunday night and said, we're going to switch to online only, and here's how we're going to do it. Immediately I got lots and lots of responses back, very supportive, very encouraging. People giving me the information I needed to set up their online lessons. So all things considered, with the help of my staff, who's very cooperative and understanding about all this, we got things going, and we've had very little drop off from our customers. Certainly, some of them didn't think that online lessons would work for their children, but really, out of 220 students, we have maybe 10 who aren't taking us up on the online. So
really,
that's been but the crisis is young. I mean, in a few weeks, ask me again how this is going.
Talk about just the technical challenges you had almost overnight, turning your business into an online business. You weren't one before.
I got a little bit of a head start because I also teach part-time at Loyola University, and they closed up the week before. And so, they sent all their students home. So I set up all my Loyola students with online lessons. So I essentially got to practice last Friday with them and learned, what works and what doesn't. And that helped me go into this week a little prepared. But basically, we rely on FaceTime where possible, because that, if both parties have an iOS device, the quality of the video and audio is not great, but it's better than I've experienced with some of the other platforms. At this point, I've had better experiences giving the lessons on FaceTime. But for those who don't, I've tried Zoom and WebEx and Skype. I've given lessons on all of those. And the experience varies. I might have a good Zoom connection on one lesson with one student or a bad one with another. So, part of the challenge is that, there's so many factors that go into making the connection, the equipment at each end of it, as well as what's going on in the network. I'm not a technical person, so I don't really know, but this is what I imagine is the case.
Sort of gathered, just through trial and error.
Yeah. But there's other challenges. Now, when you're giving a music lesson, generally, if I've got a student sitting next to me, we can interact. If he's playing, I can maybe sing along with him to help him with the rhythm, or clap along, or say encouraging things, or correct him as he's playing. When you're doing these video conferences, there's a time lag, and that's one issue. So there's the time lag. So you can't really do anything simultaneously with your student.
You can't play along with them.
Can't play along with them. Yeah. So for music lessons that really rely on that, that's more of a factor. The other factor is, now you and I are both wearing headphones, so we're both partially solving this problem. But if we were going through speakers, when I speak, the sound comes out of your speaker, and that cuts off your microphone momentarily. So, if we're giving a lesson and there's some back and forth conversation going on, or back and forth playing, the sound gets very garbly. So we have to, the teachers all have to learn how to manage ourselves during these lessons to optimize the sound and make things as clear as possible for the student. Another thing I've learned is, my students are playing from a music book, and I can often say, well, I point to the book and say, play from right here. now it's hard to reach across space like that. So I have to teach them how to find their place in the music. We both have the music in front of us, and that can, for the younger ones especially, that can slow things down. Getting the student to set up the device so that I can see that, them clearly, see their hands and pace and instrument, all that. It's a learning curve for everybody, but I think as we go along, I suppose one advantage is as we go through this and do it a few times, both the students and the teachers will learn and get used to it, and the experience will be better as we go through it.
Do you feel like the business will be changed permanently in any way, or do you feel like you just go back to what you were doing before?
I think that now that we're comfortable with online, that might be something we would continue to offer if really necessary to some people. Like, for instance, let's say the doors are open and come back, there'll probably be some portion of the population that might feel more vulnerable to the disease and still not want to come in, or like, and so we might continue to offer some online lessons to those students, or, we have a group lesson program, a branded program through Yamaha, and it's possible we may, I'm just almost thinking out loud here, but we could offer online only classes and expand our marketing so that we could offer these classes to people beyond our geographic area. So that could be a potential for growth.
Yeah,
but
interesting.
You know,
From the ashes rise opportunities sometimes.
right, exactly.